And we do 2 drops because we have already play tested this a little bit.
Right.
And BREWZLE himself also recommends that you do this.
Add a little water.
A little water. And Kentucky limestone water.
Welcome back to Bourbon Theory. I'm Bill.
I'm Josh. And this is a new series, guys. It's a new take on an old series.
It's a series.
That it is. And it is BREWZLE'S whiskey better than insert bottle here? And today, we figured we'd put it up against, well, one of the bottles that's blended into this one.
Right.
And that's an Old Dominick High Rye Cask Strength.
Yep.
So, it's pretty plain and simple. I think the title should explain it itself.
Yeah.
So, it's essentially a versus, and we're just going to see if BREWZLE'S whiskey compares to other craft brands. We might eventually put it up against some big sixes to see how it compares there, but the idea is to see what one craft brand is like to another.
Right. And if you haven't seen our review on BREWZLE'S whiskey, then let's make sure that that's up there or here or somewhere on the screen. If Josh can remember to do that in editing. So
I'll do my best.
So anyway, that way you'll be able to pick that one up pretty quickly. But if you are subscribed and you have hit that notification bell, you'd already know about it, as well as drop us a comment. Let us know what you think. Have you had BREWZLE'S whiskey? Do you know who BREWZLE is? Do you know TJ? Do you know about Old Dominick? Drop us a note. Let us know. Good?
Yeah.
Ready to go.
That'll do it. So these are both almost, well, this is 123. This is 122.34. So this bottle contains some of this same mash bill. So it's a high rye, and by high rye, 52% corn, 44% rye, and 4 malted barley.
That's pretty high rye.
That's about as high rye as you can get. 5 more percentage rye grain.
And I would say that the batches are probably pretty close because this is a 6-barrel batch. And I don't think
it's listed on here.
It's not, but I'm trying to remember as they were doing some of the blending and doing some of the stuff, it was not a massive number of barrels.
It was not. Yeah. So I mean, he purchased a limited number from Wheat State or whatever it was.
Out of Canvas when he bought that distillery.
Yeah. So it's those were once in a lifetime barrels. There will be no more of those barrels. So they only had a certain amount of those to blend in. And then Old Dominick gave them a deal on some barrels from them. So Old Dominick on the right, Oak Bowery, BREWZLE'S whiskey on the left.
And spoiler alert, we really do like Old Dominick.
We really do. And actually, we can thank BREWZLE for letting us know about Old Dominick. That's true. Because I would not have known about them
if it hadn't been for that channel.
BREWZLE.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
So.
Or at least not for a while, anyway.
Yeah.
Out of Memphis, Tennessee. And out of Opelika, Alabama.
Certainly, you get that rye on the nose for this one.
Pretty similar.
This has some more sweetness on it.
This has a little more sweetness, yeah.
Oak Bowery definitely has that deep, dark brown sugar note. Very similar, though.
Yeah, good.
Very similar. Very, very similar. Certainly, the high rye content in the Old Dom presents on the nose. I think that's why there's not as much sweetness on this one and compared to Oak Bowery. But we're going to taste them and find out
right now.
Boy, I forgot how much I like that.
I didn't because I've been drinking some of it recently. But man, there's some rye there. Brings that proof forward. Very sweet.
Yeah, it's got citrus.
Yeah.
Which ryes tend to bring out in the higher percentages. Yeah, there's some lime, citrus in that.
So we're going to see, do we have it? Yeah, 6 years old.
Yeah.
Thought it had a day.
My goodness, that's good.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Vanilla, lime, spice, oak.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
What more do you want?
I mean, especially because these are not expensive. This was $52
I think they were like $50.
Yeah,
strength. It's crazy.
Yeah, from a craft brand.
But don't change.
Don't find that.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, don't change.
Because we're gonna keep buying. This is just the non-single barrel version we have, because the single barrel is getting a little low down there.
Like I said, I've been into it.
He has been into it. So, like we mentioned in our first video on Oak Bowery, BREWZLE'S, he could have proofed his as opposed to leaving it at cask strength, that it's perhaps not in its best form.
And we agreed. We actually put a drop in it.
Yeah, we put a drop, and then we put 2 drops.
And just to try it differently.
Yeah, and we did prefer it after we proofed it down just a bit. And we'd say we'd probably proof down to about 118, 119, 120, something like that.
No, not a lot.
So, man, that graham cracker note. You were spot on yesterday.
Yeah, graham cracker, brown sugar, like a oatmeal raisin cookie without the oatmeal and the raisin.
I mean, it smells absolutely fantastic.
It does.
One of the best noses I think we've had in a long time.
It really does. Very sweet.
Oh, yeah. More tannic.
Yeah, a little more bite on it there. A little sweeter.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to automatically drop 2.
It's probably a good idea.
On this one. I'm going to drop 1 on this one. Yeah, there's a disparity in price as well.
Yeah.
And TJ says it himself that it's hard to get there because this one was like $117 shipped.
Yeah. That's shipping, taxes included.
Josh had said this is $52, $55 with tax.
So $99.
Yeah.
99 cents base retail. We'll say $49.99 base retail.
Yeah.
So $50 price difference. But Old Dominick is a distillery.
And they are. But they're still a bit of a craft distillery.
Yeah. That really brought some caramel out on the Old Dom. That lime citrus note is still there.
I agree. Yeah, there's a bit of brown sugar on this one too. Yeah.
There's a little more oak tannin on the nose now.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong at all.
And it's even got a synthetic cork.
Right? Much more lime forward. There's a lot more oak tannin on the back now.
Yeah, much more citrus forward there.
Killed some of the sweetness.
Man, that spice is popping.
It killed a little bit of the sweetness.
Killed a little bit, but it's still good. Still there.
Yeah, it's a little more harsh.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
Preferred it without the drop.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to have the opposite end of the spectrum here, where we're going to prefer this with the 2 drops. And we do 2 drops because we have already play tested this a little bit.
Right.
And BREWZLE himself also recommends that you do this.
Add a little water.
And Kentucky limestone water is about the best thing you can put in.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that brought some wheat out on the nose. The brown sugar and the graham crackers still very evident. Yeah.
But it's a little harsh.
I'd say it's maybe a touch harsher than the Old Dom with the drop in it.
Yeah.
It's a little drier this time. I'm going to put 1 more drop in mine.
Yeah, it is a little bit drier.
I'm going to put 1. You want 1 more?
Yeah, why not?
You might need a half drop in yours.
As I can.
Give that just a moment. There's a little bit more of that dryness on the back palate.
I'll say this as I'm doing this, because we know that the Oak Bowery has got some wheat content to it.
We believe.
Well, yeah, true, based on what we know. And after doing that and the nose on it, I'm like, the only thing that I've had from Old Dominick Huling Station that I didn't care for quite as much as anything else is their wheat whiskey. I thought
that is the Huling Station.
Yeah, it was
Huling
Station. I know, I understand, but it was done to their
specifications.
Yeah. So, but I just wonder if there was a little of that in this, what would it do? You know, it would blend it a little bit. That's where I was headed with that.
You know, I will say one thing to Mr. BREWZLE, certainly you're watching, TJ. I would like...
Of course he watches. He gets notifications. He's got that bell clicked.
I would like to see on your bottle, because you say it yourself, a little more transparency. You could tell us the percentages of your blend here. You could tell us the mash bill of your blends here. You could tell us...
I think some of his problem with that was, as I recall some of his videos, he didn't have that information on the barrels that he got from the Kansas distillery.
Some of them did, some of them different. I understand that. It would have been nice to know if it was a wheated mash bill, if it was not a wheated mash bill. I mean, certainly that information was available. Mm-hmm. Not to denigrate you in any way, shape, or form.
And
but
I remember him saying he wasn't all that happy with the labels either. It wasn't exactly what he was looking for.
Yeah, so just for the future, you know, especially when you're releasing your own product, since it is something that you tout when you are hunting and trying to find new product to find and buy, that you know, let us know what's in it. Let us know the mash bill if you can give us that information, and so on and so forth.
Not just us.
Everyone. All right, let's do this old Dom here.
And hey, we might see you at Southern Distilling.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah. Yeah, better.
There is a significant amount of spice here.
Oh yeah. And it's really presenting as lime.
It's spice, sweetness. Yeah, there's some citrus there.
I will say that the drop really did kill that little bit of caramel sweetness that was there on the first sip. And I am not the biggest fan.
And it killed a little bit of the tannic too.
I think it brought a little bit more tannin on the back end with that spice.
Yeah, at least it wasn't astringent tannin.
No, it's not astringent by any shape or form.
I got to tell you, between the two of them, which is understandable because there's this in that, it's a bit hard to...
pick. But we got one more sip of this before we finish.
We do? I already did it.
Oh. Sir, what is the motto of the channel?
Do whatever the hell I want to do.
Drink together.
You're right. I just noticed that on the sides. But that's on my shirt too.
Looky there.
Oh. Huh. When you know, you know.
I'm going to put one more drop in mine because I have enough. Because that sip was very tannic.
I think this could go either way. It's a Sunday morning, we're drinking whiskey.
I know where I'm at.
I think I know where I'm at too. I agree.
Yep.
It noses it out. Mm-hmm. It's not.
They're very similar, obviously.
I'd drink either one.
Oh yeah, easy pour either way. But Old Dominick's got a little bit more refined, and it's their own distillate, and they've got full, complete control over every aspect of it. And BREWZLE is working with what he's got,
right?
Which is a commendable effort for working with what you got,
without a doubt.
So,
and he is admittedly trying to learn everything he can about blending and distilling and everything else for where he can get to. So
yeah, from what I've seen from his videos since he committed to this whole distillery thing, he is just getting flooded with information from all the best sources.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that one day when that distillery is open, we can go down there and have ourselves a day and enjoy some time in Opelika, Alabama.
Driving Miss Daisy.
So, guys, thanks so much for hanging out here with us today. We're going to continue to do this. We're going to put this thing head to head against, well, just about any and everything we possibly can until it's gone.
Yeah.
So,
there we go. So, like a really good bourbons, our videos get better with time.
And as always, take care of yourselves.